Welcome to Absmatic HQ. So I know you guys are probably used to me being in front of the camera, but on this video, I'm gonna be behind the camera. So what I'm gonna do is give you a brief walkthrough of Absmatic HQ, AKA one of the living areas in my house. And we'll start here. So here's the fish tank. So this right here is what keeps me calm, keeps me tranquil. Just kidding, guys. I'm always calm and tranquil. Hey, that's an Arabina right there. You can't see what I'm pointing to, but it's that guy right there. My son, one of my sons is a huge fisherman. He loves fish. He knows everything about freshwater fish. So there's, I'm not sure, that's an alligator. I don't know. I know that's an Oscar right there. And that guy right there, I'm not sure what he is. So anyway, if you want to know more about the fish, just let me know in the comment section. But yeah, so this is at the back. So this is good to look at. And kind of, watching fish kind of keeps you calm. But we're going to start over here on the left side right here. So right here, this is my cut and sew section. So everything that you receive from Absmatic as of now, I make, I create, I cut, I sew. Not the t-shirts, but I press the t-shirts and come up with the designs. But anything dealing with like the slideboard booties, things of that nature, that's my doing. So right here, oops, ouch. So this is kind of like, I don't know why this is here, but it's there. Water bottle, nothing too crazy. So we have our cutters. So we got some scissors, we have a clamp, we have those little sticky pen thingies, we got some fluorescent highlighters. Check this out. You guys probably thinking like, man, you sew? Heck yeah, Mr. Absmatic does it all. And so this is a Brother LX3125, and this is a very, very old machine, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not really too knowledgeable when it comes to sewing machines, but you won't guess where I got it from. You might have already seen the sticker, but here it is, still there, just to remind me where I started at. And actually, good old trusty Goodwill. Actually, my son, the fisherman, he's a little creative genius, guys. So he's the one that really started sewing first. And he bought this probably about maybe 2 years ago, and it just sat in the closet. Once he was done with it, he didn't really use it no more. I pulled it out probably about 3 or 4 months ago. Started practicing, failed a lot, made a lot of mistakes, got frustrated, put it back, So, but anyway, I learned. Now I'm pretty proficient at sewing straight lines and learning the whole cut patterns and all those different things and the reverse, and I love it. I love sewing, guys. I'm not ashamed to admit that. Then we're gonna move over to the print and press section. And actually I'm about to print an order right now, so that's probably why you're gonna hear, that's why you're gonna hear the heat press clanking. Oh, and check this out. So before I got tired of getting burned, so what I did was I put me some sliders on this thing, and it ain't the best craftsmanship, but it really gets the job done. If you want more information on how to do this, just let me know, leave a comment, and I'll show you guys. If you want me to do a video on it, I'll actually take it apart and put it back together. Actually, I'll just create another one. I'll do that for you guys too and show you how I do it from scratch. So, and boom, you have it like that. Put it down, be none the wiser, beeps, bring it out, boom. No more burning your hands. So that was beautiful. I had the idea, and I just knew that someone had already did it. So I just went to YouTube, typed it in, boom. Saw a lot of different ideas, and this is the one I came up with. So I made some adjustments to what I saw. But anyway, that's that. So this is the printer. This is the HP OfficeJet Pro 7740, as if you can't read, but it print, faxes. I don't know why you would need a fax with email and texting and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it scans, copy, and web. I'm not sure what that does. All I do is print out orders, as well as I use the transfer paper sometimes just to do like a mock-up for a t-shirt design. It's quick. Painless. So this printer right here spits it out quick. All right, go further down into this section. We have our orders. Keep that turned over. We have this right here, paper cutter. This is some HTV vinyl. Some other things. I like to write notes and stuff. What's this say? Hopefully this isn't privy. But anyway, yeah. So I'm constantly always writing things down and coming up with different ideas for meal guides. So we did the, actually, oh, okay, this is what this is. So we did the Marley spoon, and I like this idea of how it, basically tells you exactly what you're getting. I mean, we don't even eat pork. I mean, I don't eat meat. I just eat fish. But I don't know why this is even here. But hey. But anyway, I like the fact that it kind of breaks it down. And that's what I started kind of like taking this format and with the meals that I come up with, put it in this format to where you guys can look at it and see. And I think it's very visually appealing. So yeah. Oops. So we have a bunch of those there. This guy back here. Now let's go into the cabinets down here. So in this cabinet, we have the cut and sew supplies. We have some fabric. We have some DVDs back there. Got a hole punch, some ink, some transfer vinyl. That's not heat transfer. Excuse me. It's just it's permanent vinyl. Matter of fact, let me pull one out so you guys can see. So it's premium vinyl, and I think this is permanent. Yeah, so this is permanent vinyl. Some more sewing things. This is a template of my boot. This was back when I was first starting to use the sewing machine, and I was trying to learn how to sew, and I got frustrated. I didn't do any seam allowance, and I did all that work, and it took forever, and it didn't fit over the boot. So this was the first template, which I'm pretty proud of that template. This looks just like my Rydell boot. Exactly, but I didn't do any seam allowance. So when I put this on the fabric and cut it out and then tried to sew the two pieces together, it didn't fit. Right, so let's go to the next drawer. And here's where we have our poly mailers. We have some shipping labels. We have those transfers I was telling you about. So we have a whole bunch of those. So I just saw different kinds. I don't know the quality. So I haven't really been in the t-shirt business for too long, because what I did before was I just ordered the digital transfers, and then you just press it. But I said I want to take it a step further and be able to come up with ideas and get them on a shirt faster than just waiting for samples to come. And yeah, so we have a old school. This is, I believe that's a Windows tablet. Pretty sure it's obsolete. So if you guys want that, hey, let me know. Do like a little giveaway. I don't know why you would want it, but I think it's a Samsung, so that should tell you exactly about the quality of it. I never knew that they made little computers, but yeah, so let me know. We have a soldering set here. You never know when you might need a soldering set, at HQ. Now, I love this lamp. This lamp, I got it from the same place I got the printer. I don't know why I keep saying printer. The sewing machine from. Took that sticker off because that kind of just, yeah, I didn't like it. Kind of threw it off a little bit. And I also like it because it has this little arm here that you can extend and things of that nature, but it has a shortage in it, so I don't want to make it cut off. At nighttime, when I really want to feel special, I turn it on and have it, over my desk area, which we're about to get into right now. So I have the Haitian flag. Can't forget your roots. So this reminds me, of the trials and tribulations, of the Haitian people, my people. And I'm proud to be an American, but I'm also proud of the heritage that I come from. So this kind of reminds me, whilst I'm here in America and enjoying being in this land, that at the end of the day, don't forget your roots. All right, so this is just a cup full of paint brushes, permanent markers, pencils, colored pencils, things of that nature. Not too crazy. This right here, okay. This charger is a wireless charger for the phone. And like I said, guys, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I'll try to figure out, the pricing or whatever questions you might have. Here's my sticky notes Find your balance, feed your why. Like I said, I'm always writing down little quotes and things that come to my mind, and because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, guys. But this right here, I never thought in my 40 plus years on this earth that I would ever buy something called a Cricut maker. You know, it just did not sound like something that would be in my future, but I love this little thing right here. Let me tell you guys, I like how it's manufactured and how it's designed. Look at that, how it just pops open like that, boom. Here I got, you know, some rulers. This is for weeding out for the vinyl. So this is a vinyl cutter, just in case you don't know what that is, or what this is. This is a vinyl cutter, and these are some of the utensil scissors that come with it. Well, didn't come with it, I bought it extra. So yeah, love this little thing right here. This is probably the heart of my brand right now as it stands. I want to look into screen printing, but as of now, this is something to where I'm a very simple person, and I like the fact that the ease and the way I can just create designs using the design maker and get it pressed up and boom, ready to go. Here is the screen monitor / television. I love Vizio. We've been a Vizio brand buying family for the last probably 15 years. And the very first flat screen television we ever had was a Vizio. I remember spending like $800 on it, and it was I think it was a 47-inch. And I remember spending that money like, oh man, I got a flat screen. And I think it was an LCD. It was a heavy little thing. They've come a long way, but ever since then, I just like the design. I like the sleekness of it. Of course, I could have got a monitor, a regular monitor that just basically, that's what for the computer. But sometimes when I'm working, I like to switch over, watch television or watch Netflix, things of that nature. Of course, I could do it through the computer, but it's kind of like a break. Anyway, this is a 28 or 32. I think it's a 32 inch. I'm not sure. Oh, can't forget the artwork right here. So this is from a client. I don't know if you can see that. Thank you very much, Marquita. So this is from 2018. And it just shows, you know, when I moved here from Texas, she was my first client, my first one-on-one client. And, you know, I'm real big on history, real big on roots and you know, foundation. So I always like to keep this here or somewhere, wherever I move it, to let me know of my beginnings. So when I went over from being a UX designer, working for IBM, in the military as a computer operator and all those different things, and I transferred and came to this life that I'm living now as a coach and fitness mindset trainer, coach, you know, whatever you want to call it. This reminds me of the beginning. So beginnings are good, guys. So you can, you know, measure, manage, and repeat by knowing where you come from. All right, let's go back down to the desk. So this is the receiver for my keyboard. We'll get back to that, and my mouse. So this right here is a Kensington hub. Now, I like this because it has so many different things on the back, and I'm currently using it for my iPad Pro right here, 2020. And it has, you know, so many different connections and things, HDMI, direct, links, USB 3.0, several of those ports. All right, so I like that. So this is what's hooked up to my iPad Pro. This is my Samsung 500 gigabyte external drive. I like it because it's durable. You can take that sucker with you. It has just enough space to pretty much take things off the iPad as well as the phone if you have the correct dongle. And it's a what's called that, not static. The hard drive is it's kind of like a memory card. It's a non-moving, solid state hard drive. That's what it is. So it's solid state. So if you drop it, you don't have to worry about I don't know. Don't drop it, but I don't think it's gonna mess up. It doesn't have any moving parts, so you can't really break it. but I'm pretty sure you can. These are my speakers. These are some Walmart brand speakers made by, I'm not sure. They get the job done. I mean, I usually just listen to like Tidal or YouTube videos, so they don't have to, I'm not doing no mixing or mastering with it. And this is my sound card. It's just a Behringer 2-channel USB sound card, and it gets the job done. My MIDI keyboard. Now, I haven't really used this much since my early teens, early 20s, well, I guess early to late 20s. Well, back maybe 2 decades ago, I used to use this a lot. Actually, no, I didn't. I've never really been the producer type, but I had this, and when producers would come to the studio, because I had a studio at one point in time, this is what they would use to produce tracks for me and other clients. So now, with the fitness videos, I'm tired of getting demonetized or having my videos deemed for using copyrighted music. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna start back making my own. Good thing about it is my son produces. I just have to catch him when he's not busy with his products and things he's creating. So I can get like a large library of instrumentals and beats that I can use with my fitness videos and don't have to worry about getting deemed, you know, by the powers that be. Now let's come back over here. I got this from the trusty Goodwill. I usually sit on a resistance, a stability ball, but over time, man, that kind of just, I need some back support. You know, I did it for about a year or two where I just used a little big stability ball, and yeah. So I'll probably eventually upgrade to a more fancier, more ergonomic chair, but for right now, this works perfectly. And this desk, did I already tell you guys that I made this desk? I built it with these hands right here, and I put a sliding drawer on it. And I put this is a new addition, probably in the last 6 months, put that back there to utilize more space. So this goes to that receiver I was telling you guys about right there. And this combination, this mouse is probably at least 15 years old. Like this is, oops, I accidentally hit the record button, turned it off. This was the very first mouse keyboard setup I've ever bought that was wireless. So you can tell, like, you know, this stuff has sentimental value. Now, I'm not attached to it. Something were to happen to it, it doesn't matter. But I like keeping it around because it still works and it reminds me of my roots. All right, so yeah, I love this. The keys are very soft. Boom, I love it. And here on my Cricut mats, I keep those here. So when I pull the vinyl off of the vinyl cutter, I come over here and weed it whilst watching television or listening to Tidal. So I have this here, and you know, that way I don't misplace it. It's always there. Again, this is my iPad Pro 2020, and I do most of my video, if not all my video editing on this, because I like to be able to take this with me. No matter where I go, I can always edit and, you know, do whatever I need to do, because this acts as a computer as well as a mobile device. So, you know, FaceTime, Zoom calls, all that can be done from this. This thing is powerful. It can render a 4K 20-minute video in like maybe 10-15 minutes, and that's crazy. Because with this right here, which is my desktop, and I bought this, I paid $100 for this guy right here. It's an i7, has 16 gigabytes of RAM. It has 1 terabyte solid state drive, and I think like 1 terabyte regular hard drive in it. So 2 terabytes, 16 gigs of RAM, i7 let's just say 3 gigahertz processor. And I'm very familiar with computer parts because back in the day I was a computer operator in the military, so we built computers. I built so many computers. I had another business where I was building computers and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So I'm pretty proficient when it comes to parts. Anyway, like I said, I paid $100 for this guy right here, and you'll find that these Dell Optiplexes are always being sold for whatever reason. I think because these are usually office computers, and when they run out of warranty, the companies get rid of them. and you can find them for very cheap. And for what I use it for, it works perfect. You know, so sometimes I do some video editing on here using Adobe Premiere, but it takes a long time if I start putting effects in 4K, and that's when I come up to here. It's right here. Forget about it. It's done quick. Why is that light on? I just realized that the light's on the camera. Hopefully it doesn't affect the footage too much. Anyway, so that's what that is. If you have any questions about anything, just let me know. This video is going to be pretty long. I thought it was good. I'll probably do some cuts. And this is just a trash can. I'll throw, you know, I like to have something where I can just throw everything in it pretty quickly versus have a little trash can over there, but sometimes it's just too little. And I like the fact, you know, when I'm cutting and sewing and material and weeding out vinyl, just chunk it in there and be done with it. Here, let's speed things up a little bit. These are some blank shirts in here. I'm waiting on another order. So these are some black shirts. So I do everything in a small batches. Don't really like having an excess of things. I can be easily distracted, so I just like to keep everything, you know, to a minimum. Make sure everything's being used. This right here is my wired little container. I love this microphone here. I love it. I bought this microphone probably about 10-15 years ago. Everything is about 10 to 15 years old. And yeah, so this is some USB hubs, whole bunch of wiring, HDMI cables, USB cables, yeah, headphones, cables, just a bunch of cables. Don't usually go on that much, but you know, just in case. And this little section here is kind of disorganized, but here's my heat transfer vinyl. This box here has about, I think, 8 different, open it up so you can see. So it has those. It's about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rolls of different colors. As you can see, we have some more vinyl. This is black. This is white. White and black I use a lot. And this container right here, these are the scraps. So when I use whatever I don't use, I put it in this bag right here. Never really want to get rid of vinyl because you just never know what you might need to print. So you don't want to waste it. Here are some of the templates. So this is the template for my mitts for the slide board. This is what I use for the mitts. I got decent sized hands, so this is what I use. And this is for the actual booties. So I tried to make it one cut. That way I don't have to sew too many things until I really get proficient at sewing. So yeah, so this is basically, your foot would go like this, right, with the booty. And then this is the sides, and this is the rear, that's the front, or vice versa. And all I have to do is sew this to this, this to this, this to this, this to this, and, you know, put the elasticity in it and hem it, and boom, I'm out of there. So again, this is more vinyl. These are the vinyl sheets, so I keep those in here. These are some Teflon sheets. So I try to keep everything kind of organized the best I can. I'm a one-man show, so I'm doing it all. These are some lights I'm gonna put up somewhere for the podcast. Just have some nice little elegant lights behind me. Oh, check this out. This is my first modeling show. I received 2nd place, and I was happy with that. You know, like I tell you what, my hat goes off to the males and females who were able to endure getting ready for a show. This was my first show, and it was my last show. And that was about almost 9 years ago. And you know, I might do another one. But yeah, so this is the trophy that I received. I was very proud of it. Still am proud of it. And yeah, beautiful. All right, so we're gonna speed this up a little bit more. This is the section for the shirts. So right now, this is 3 Poisons of the Mind. This is the first shirt, to my knowledge, that I ever came up with. And yeah, so I just remade this in black. So if you like the meme, let me open it up so you can see what it looks like. So this is the 3 poisons of the mind. And this kind of stuff here, I'm really big into philosophy and mindset. And just reminding myself, balance is everything. That's why I love the slide board. You hear me say it over and over again, that balance is everything. We live in a world of duality. You have up, down, left, right, bad, good, things of that nature, and just balance is so important. So if I find myself in any of these areas, any of these poisons, it reminds me, all right, you're being greedy, it's time to share. You're you've been angry, it's time to forgive, and it's time to, show love. You're being ignorant, and being willfully ignorant, it's time to learn. It's time to listen, it's time to shut up and pay attention. All right, so this is the first shirt. Still have some of these in stock. Right here, as you can see. And here's the Absmatic Lifestyle tee. And everything is in limited supply, pretty much done on demand. And I really like this. This really is representative. And if you might think, like, what's Absmatic? It's twofold. Yes, of course, it's talking about the physique and having abs, but it's also talking about being systematic, planning, and understanding that the ABS is action-based systems. So systems for me, I didn't like back in the day. I like, I like to just get in things, get it done, not really have any kind of plans, and it worked for me. But now that I'm moving to a whole nother level of entrepreneurship, marriage, kids, things of that nature, you got to have a plan. You got to have systems in place, open-ended systems, but systems nonetheless, to make sure that you can progress in a very fluid manner versus being ignorant and making a lot of stupid mistakes that you could have avoided if you had a system and if you asked questions. Anyway, so that's one of those. I'm not going to open all these up. This is another, I'm an Absmatic slider tee, Libra, astrology shirt. Oh, this is part of the I Am God Is collection. So, this for me is all about creating and sharing with you guys things that have helped me and hopefully would help you. So let's open this up. And I have my scale, some things, some ribbon. It's like a keyboard. The other things down here. This is the Absmatic Fitness card. This is what I ship. I usually put that in the orders, for you guys. And, some cutting supplies, TV supplies. So that's pretty much that. Here, this is some fabric. This is the fabric I use for the red booties. And I have black. Where's that foot? Where's that? Oh, that's over there. Okay, and then that's just a utility extension cord. Water, got to stay hydrated, which is empty, so you know that I'm hydrated at all times. But now I need to fill this back up. This definitely comes in handy. This is one of my favorite items to have. Is to, because this is the second floor. Run out of water, I don't want to have to go all the way downstairs and get water. I know I told you guys this is going to be a quick, but I think this video already is at like 30 minutes. So I'll probably do some editing. So yeah, this is more fabric. So this is the black fabric that I use for the booties. This is a 4-way stretch material, polyester lycra blend. And I just use the excess, whatever fabric that I have in excess, I just put in here, straps. That way, you just never know. You don't want to throw away something that you could possibly use, and that can stop you from cutting a fresh piece when you have leftover pieces. Gotta move and breathe. So these are my parallettes. I use these for, doing push-ups, doing L-sits, and yeah. So that pretty much concludes. Don't think I missed anything. I think I pretty much touched on everything. Oh, I made this desk too. So, and this is a Murphy desk. Let me pull this out to show you guys. So when I'm really working, hopefully I can do this with one hand. Boom. And it has some legs up under here, like so. Let's go over here so you can actually see the legs. It swivels out like so. Boom. And there you have it. So now I have a bigger work section to use. And that's what it looks like. And it rolls. So I can move it around. If I don't want it there, I can move it to the center of the room. Everything here is made to just be mobile and just easy to move around. All right, even, I probably couldn't put the press on this table because it's sturdy, but that seems pretty heavy. So I think that's it. That's everything. The cut and sew, print and press. This is where you do all the designing right here and editing. Right here, materials, blank shirts, some of the designs. This is my futon right here. If I need to take a nap whilst I'm working, I can just pop that thing down, watch television. So this is it. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And if you haven't already, make sure that you subscribe and follow. We're about to get really, this year 2021 is the year of the creator. We're going to create things that are going to just inspire one another and just keep moving the needle. Becoming the best that we can be, not to compete with anyone else, but to just show that, hey, I'm a creator, this is my gift to the world. All right, let's give back by using our talents, using our strengths, and helping one another along the way. This is Absmatic HQ tour. Hope you guys enjoyed. And again, any questions, leave them in the comments.